Good day, THS friends. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And today we will have very rare lesson of capture in passing or in passant. I was looking for in chess books, in chess magazines, articles or materials about this topic, but I did not find anything. So I want to share with you with some materials what I use it in my training job. So I will start from this position. Okay, white has extra knight and absolutely winning position. And the white should play king g2, if king g5, king f3. So approaching the king to pawns, and with absolute winning position. But white played here b2, b4, black captured, and the game ended to draw. So if this rule, in passant rule or capture in passing rule, if pawn on its first move from starting position or initial position moves 2 steps and stands on the same rank with opponent's pawn, opponents can capture it as usual. So this is in passant rule. This position, the boy played with black piece, played b7 to b5, and the joyful announced checkmate to your king. But the player who played with white, he captured exploiting and passant rule with a5 pawn, and he said, no, it's checkmate to your king. But c5 takes b6 and passant, also checkmate here. But in starting position, instead of b7, b5, better was queen d1 check. If king a3, then queen d3 with perpetual check. This is my favorite position in this topic. White pawn moves from starting position. White plays d2, d4, and I am asking students, how many black pawns can capture it, d4 pawn? And the different replies. Somebody says 1 pawn, somebody says 2, 3, 4. So the right answer is all 4 pawns, black pawns can capture it. c5 pawn and the e5 pawn takes it as usual. And the c4 pawn and the e4 pawn takes using in passant rule, capture in passing rule. This position from the game of my student, Daniel Loho, Chinese name is Chen Hui, from Singapore. It happened in Thailand in 2005. It was ASEAN Championship Girls Under 10. And here it was equal game, full game, and suddenly here black moved pawn from h7 to h5. And the Daniela, she was waiting, thinking 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But I am very worried when we were needs 1 point. But she was thinking of after 10 minutes, I was thinking maybe she forgot about this rule or capturing passing rule. And after 20 minutes, she captured this pawn. And the opponent, she immediately resigned. When we get out, I asked her, what about you were thinking so long? She says, I was not sure, can I capture it or not? But how did you decide to capture this pawn? And she says, if wrong, maybe arbiter will tell me that I cannot capture it. Same move, h7 to h5. This position from the game between Gerwitz and Baskakov was played in Russia, in Bryansk, in 1989. Again, so black pawn moves from h7 to h5, and white captured. After king f6, white played rook h4, and the black resigned because now h7, h3, h8, so black should must give his rook for pawn, and white has winning position. I think black miscalculated here. Maybe black was thinking only about calculate only h7 and then king g7 before h4, king h8. But then Passant rules a white one. But instead of h7, h5 here, for black better was king e6. If knight takes h7, king e5, activating the king. If rook b4, the knight e5 with playable position. So here h5, then g takes h6, captain passing, and the white won the game. Oh, this funny game. It happened in 2006 in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia in primary school. At first I explained the lesson, then students start play practice game, and after 4 moves in one game, they started to discuss. And there, who played for black, he's almost crying. He was calling me, I came, I asked him what happened. He says, I just moved my bishop from f8 to c5, and he captured my bishop and the moving pawn from d5 to c6. Then I asked a player who played with white, I asked him, is your pawn standing on d4? He says, no, on d5. But how did you capture this bishop? And he started explaining to me, say, teacher, please listen, he says, this bishop, dark square bishop, on its first move, from starting position, from insert position, move it from f8, not from e7 or d6 squares, exactly from f8, move it to c5, and there stands on the same rank with my pawn, so I can capture it, exploiting capture and passing rule. So finally, then I explained to them this rule only for pawns, not for pieces. So everything can happen when you're working with children. And that is from my practice. This game I played in Moscow in 1987. I am white, so here I played rook d1. So controlling the only open file at the board, rook d1 there. Computer shows that beta was here, bishop b7. Then c4, bx, c4, bishop c4, so white has clear beta position. But my opponent, he played here e4. I played e4, and then now he captured my pawn using this capture and passing rule. And I played rook d8. Now he understood his mistake and he resigned because he checkmate on next move. So here, f4 is bad move. So sometimes capture and passing good move, sometimes bad move. Here, very bad move. So instead of d takes f3, better was king a7. But anyway, I have better position, clear better position. This game I played in 1985 in Nakhchivan, in Azerbaijan. It was team or competition in Soviet Union. I played on junior board, and it was a match against Uzbekistan. And my opponent is Belkin. I played here queen f4. So computer shows that f5 was the best. So here I must take, because if I'm not capturing on f6, so king side will block it, and I cannot attack. So better take. If queen f4, bishop takes f4. If bishop e8, e takes f7, bishop e7, rook e3. I have clear better position. And after f5, I can capture. When I am taking on f6, if black will play e5, I can play f takes g7, sacrificing my queen. So from promotion, so if queen c6 now, double check, and I can checkmate in 2 moves. But anyway, so f5 was better, but my opponent played f6. Maybe he was thinking he takes f6, but I captured this f6 pawn with queen, exploiting a pin. Now black played queen d8. Check, king h8, knight takes e6. And then I played bishop e3, and then so now after bishop b6, I am distracting the queen. So the black queen is overloaded. At the same time, queen must defend f8 and the e7 squares. Now black planted his queen, I captured and he resigned, but if queen d7, I can checkmate with queen f8. So queen f4, black will play f5 here, must take, and pass round. This game I played in 1987, and in Moscow, my opponent is Derevyagin Vladislav. So it was a very short game. I am black. And then in the middle game, he played knight e5. I captured and knight e7, queen h5. I played g6. He played queen h6. After f5, he captured. So it was not necessary, because I'm equalizing after he takes f6, so we agreed to draw here. But better was here to play knight f3. I don't know how to play here for black. If I am playing rook f8, white sacrifices bishop, because after g takes, if here g takes f5, if no pawn, the white queen is attacking f6 square, so white can play e6. I cannot play knight f6, and at the same time, white threatening checkmate on g7 with crashing attack. And after knight f3, white has another very dangerous threat, h2, h4, h5. So after f5 here, capturing passing is not good. So better was to play knight f3. So sometimes capturing passing is good, sometimes bad. And as this game was played in London in 1863, in simultaneous game, and the Watkinson is white, very short game, e4, e5, knight f3, knight 6, bishop c4, e6. And so here white played queen d3, planning to play against casting queen g6, very unexpected move, and exploiting a pin, white is planning to take pawn on a6 with bishop. Here black found very good move, d5. So now capturing passing is not good because queen takes d6, so black has extra pawn because in the opening white sacrificed one pawn before, and the white has no compensation here. But white made here a very tricky move, knight takes d5, and the black made this other mistake. So better was bishop e6, and after queen e4 with equal position. But black planned that black captured queen, and the white checkmated in 2 moves. Knight g6 checkmate. So dear chess fans, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I hope lesson made good impression on you. Good luck, and see you in next lessons.